T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
On the planet. Oh, man. What a Monday Night Raw.
Wow, what an ending.
I mean, what an ending. What a beginning. What a middle.
All I can say is goodbye.
Goodbye. That applies, honestly, to a lot
of things. It does.
Tonight. But before we start, of course, the most dominating tag team in women's wrestling talk history. We're back at it again on Monday night. Monday Night Raw post-show, of course. Where do you want to start? Because normally this is where I ask you, about the men, we dive into the men's wrestling of Monday Night Raw.
A little bit.
I
mean, it sucks that Finn lost his title to Theory. Yeah. So, and all the main event people, staff came out and held him up in the air. So it's like, it was a really nice look. I really liked Edge and Damien's segment, and even them continuing this feud with AJ Styles. That's definitely going to lead to WrestleMania Backlash. Mm-hmm. Ezekiel did a lie detector test to find out that Elias is no longer present. Kushida is no longer with WWE anymore.
That's true.
I mean, Cody and Kevin put on a really, really good match tonight, despite, Seth referring to him as a,
Yeah. I kind of figured it was going to be Kevin, and I'm kind of glad it was, because I believe Cody and Kevin fought on a dark match recently.
Mm-hmm. They did.
And so it's nice to, it's nice to see it, honestly. Mm-hmm. And for me, I just felt like it was a slow burn. And then, we got to it, But overall, I mean, there was a lot that went on at the ending. Shout out to Seth for his attire tonight. Always dapper. Love to see it. I mean,
yeah. Don't mind, I'm making my background proof.
Oh no, you're good. I mean,
I'm playing my background because I just want to see the effect.
Oh, this is an interesting question. Do you guys think Finn Balor is getting released? Bobby, tell me something you don't know.
Tell
me something I don't know.
I mean, I don't think he's getting released. I just feel like they are ushering in a new guy who just happened to be Austin Theory. Even though he's been on the main roster before, this is his second run. So his second run has been a lot better because he has aligned himself with the boss. So, of course, if you align yourself with VM, you're going to your career is going to skyrocket all the way. whatever, but eventually he's not gonna be up there anymore. You know what I'm saying? I feel like maybe they'll have Finn do something else. I don't know. I just feel like maybe at this time, I think Finn in WWE has pretty much ran his course.
I agree.
I would like to see him somewhere else. Maybe let him go to NXT UK or something. Like let him wrestle something over there or whatever. But as far as like seeing him, Finn is not gonna fit in the AEW era for me.
Yeah.
I don't want him to go to AEW because there's not going to be much to offer for him. Yeah, of course, he does have some people that he know and have wrestled in the past before, pretty good friends with, and so on and so forth. So I think that, I just don't want him to go to AEW. Like Finn he's a star. He's an amazing wrestler. I feel like there have been times where Finn should have gotten a chance to win a world title again. I feel like he should have. He's a great talent. It just sucks that, boo. It just shouldn't be that way. I don't think so.
I don't know. But I don't know I don't see him getting released,
No.
I would.
I see somebody else getting released before him, but we'll get into it.
We'll get into it. We also had Veer face off with a hometown rookie, I guess you could say, Jeff Brooks. Veer got the win there, and then we also had Chad Gable and Ezekiel as well.
Somebody took the test. That was me wrestling, guys.
I think it was fake. I mean, we also had RK Bro and the Street Profits.
We did, and the Street Profits made it known that the Usos not the only tag team that you need to be worried about. They made it very clear, and they got the win tonight too because the Usos' music distracted RK Bro. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, could this become a triple threat match or something for WrestleMania Backlash? I don't know, but I wouldn't be mad at it. But my thing is that if they want to do that, then it is what it is.
Stephanie, make sure you stick around because we're going to be talking about your favorite here shortly. Actually, I think that's pretty much it for the men.
That is. It definitely is.
So, I mean, everyone was super excited, right? On the heel, I'm kind of like a Sasha promo. On the heel of, like SmackDown and everything. And, we had a very interesting tag match tonight. Once again, victorious.
And still,
WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Naomi, Sasha Banks in the building. Put your fours up. But that's not what we're here to talk about. It's not. This is what we're here. Now, what is going on now?
I told y'all that girl's gonna turn her.
What is going on?
I told y'all that Rhea was gonna turn on that girl eventually. They really, really going to turn on that girl, and I must say that I was happy.
Yeah,
I was ecstatic. I was already tired of Rhea being put in a tag anyway. And for her to already say that they just got put together. Obviously, we can tell that by the botchiness of the match tonight. Not on Rhea's part, but I just feel like I'm happy that Rhea is going to be going into heel, and Liv is a perfect loser to turn on.
She's a loser. I don't understand. She's a loser. This is my question, though. What happens to Liv Morgan?
Oh, she gets released. That's what happens to her. She gets released. She goes home, and with all of the people who felt like they were there for Rhea and Liv, and that's no more Rhea and Liv. That's no more.
She was.
Baby, she's been on that bus for a while.
She was. She has, and we'll get to the wedding a little later. But yeah, I agree. Rhea needs to do something else. But with this being said, this is my point every time.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they do things in a sense to make it seem like they're putting someone in a certain position, but then they include them in this storyline for someone else, and then
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't benefit the both of them? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, this only benefits Rhea. And I'm not comparing the two, but when Sasha and
Yeah.
Bailey would turn on each other, I just felt like it was more beneficial to to the consensus.
Mm-hmm.
This makes Rhea look, very dominant, and it does question where Liv goes next. She's not in a tag. Could
Maybe
she
she
be
gets
the
her
one?
next feud. Maybe she gets her next feud or something.
Yeah,
With Rhea, I mean, I feel like I said, it's been time that it's been time where you know Rhea should have really been taken out of the tag division after
it's
she had
very
the whole
brutal.
weekend. It's
So
awful.
brutal.
It's awful for Rhea to be stuck in a tag with someone like a Liv Morgan. Like you
Oh
guys
no,
really thought that she was going to be doing something with Liv Morgan. Yes, she was going to be beating the holy hell out of her like she did tonight. And if they build this feud off of something, I hope that Rhea goes off and beats with Damian and Edge. It has to
this
happen.
would
It
be nice.
needs to go that way.
But let me ask you this: two things, because Sam, one of our writers, did bring up a good point.
Hmm.
Would you be upset if it's Liv that goes with Edge? And would it have been better for Liv to have been the one to turn on Rhea instead of all of us obviously expecting? I mean,
They should have went with Liv
they
turning.
could have.
Liv needs a change. Honestly,
Yeah.
she really needs a change.
And this is
Being this
no
whole
campaign.
bubbly and happy face thing is not really working. She Liv is has to align herself with somebody
Yeah,
who's gonna make her seem like she's important.
100%.
And no matter how many feuds or people that she's aligning herself with, she's never been the focal point.
Hmm.
Never.
That's
She's
true.
like somebody who they just put her in with something. They get her fans on Twitter, Instagram, and social media all hyped up about it, and then boom, they
I
laugh in your face.
I feel like it's what they do. It's almost like what they did with CJ Perry, formerly known as
Mhm.
Lana, for a
Yeah.
while. It was like she kept doing the same segment, but there's just, for
Mhm.
me, and this is just for me, I do feel like um there's never been any consistency, or there's no substance in the story of Liv Morgan. That's always been my
Mhm.
issue. You know, there's just,
Yeah.
she's never given me a reason. Even, and we talked about this the other night. I
Mhm.
I jokingly said it, but I was serious when I said it. I was more of a fan of Sarah Logan than I was of Liv Morgan and Ruby. 100%. I loved Sarah. I thought she had a great gimmick. I thought she was in the wrong company. That's it.
Mhm.
I thought she was a great wrestler. And when Liv kind of did her own thing, I don't know.
I don't think Liv has really found her place yet.
Right.
I Liv lacks a lot of character.
Hmm.
Like she can walk around here and she just lacks character. It doesn't her character or whatever she's supposed to be. Nobody knows who she is. Well, the people know who she is, but they don't know what her gimmick is or what her character is. It's just like she's someone who just lingers around to somebody who's getting some star power just to build some type of credibility. And it's like you can't even do that by yourself.
Yeah.
When they gave you the opportunity to do so,
Hmm.
what happened?
Yeah. Nothing. And Sarah Logan was the girl that came back. She was in the Riot Squad. Am I saying that right?
You are.
Okay, Riot Squad with Liv and Ruby. Riot at the time, Ruby Soho now. And I just thought, I mean, I don't know. I just thought she was interesting. I thought she could you
I
know.
liked her gimmick. I like when she was headbutting
But she
people and
was
stuff
her.
like that.
I just
But I did like Ruby though because I felt like Ruby was a really good wrestler. Ruby had
yeah,
a character. She had a
she
gimmick.
was
You know what
she
I'm
was
saying? The Riot
cool.
Squad was based off of Ruby Riot.
It
You know what I'm
was,
saying?
and that was the problem.
And Liv was just like your. She was just a Harley Quinn
It
basically.
was.
She was
And
just
then you had Bliss kind of doing it and
mhm,
selling the merge at the same time. So people didn't.
exactly.
I honestly feel like people would get them confused. However,
Hmm.
when I started to see more on Twitter, I noticed that Liv does have a very high um, fan base.
She does, but how? But your fan base ain't going. You having a very very high fan base on
Mhm.
social media,
Yeah,
it doesn't translate on screen.
it doesn't.
So there isn't anything about Liv that just makes you feel like she has something.
Yeah. Well, obviously they think
So
so, but it will be. I mean,
also,
there's no word yet. They will possibly be facing each other at Backlash.
maybe
If
in the
they could
kickoff
build
show.
this into a story, this would be, this is what builds credibility. Without a
Yeah,
title,
fight versus someone who's a former champion who came in
yeah,
and challenged the champion to a match at WrestleMania and won.
it did.
Something that you could not even do at day one,
That you know what? It's so funny because day one felt like it was so long ago,
and it really isn't.
and it really hasn't been that long. And to
24 months
see
ago.
what they've done, where I would get a lot of heat for a lot of the comments that I made about Liv Morgan, but I said it and I wasn't being malicious when I said it. I was being just that's my opinion. I did feel like after day one that there was a chance that Liv Morgan would become an afterthought to WWE.
Hmm.
Not to fans, because obviously you have popularity, but to WWE. And they have consistently kept her in something,
Hmm.
but it still isn't like a singles run or something, or it's not consistent with anything.
No, not everybody's made to be a champion.
I've always said that. So,
So I mean, unless there's something that she needs to change about herself
absolutely.
in order to make herself look believable.
Yeah.
She's not believable. This happy clappy she be doing is boring.
Yeah.
She's very bland. She just looks like a girl who just like emo shit, and that's it. Like dark shit, blood, and scary
It
movie. And
gets
then,
very like
oh,
Avril.
what?
But I do feel like having Alexa Bliss in the company and Liv Morgan in the company at the same time, and Alexa Bliss getting this amazing push, I
Mhm.
do feel like it kind of,
Yeah, she really. Well, it hasn't been that great, honestly. Can anybody give me a top five Liv Morgan match?
I don't know. I know Carmella. I know her match with Carmella, her match with Bianca, and then like I know her and Bianca may have went again. They were like the last in a gauntlet match.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh no, that was her and Rhea in that gauntlet match. That
um,
was Rhea and Bianca in that gauntlet match. Um, but that was before, like, when I guess she was trying to get to the become a number one contender for the Raw Women's Championship.
right.
Um, but I
I don't know. I mean, look, I've always said it, and I don't feel like um that there could be something that
well,
that
we can't really say that that's true though, because I mean, you have other women like a Bianca who's
Mhm.
now becoming a focal point.
Or even Oscar and
And
Bliss doing it.
Oscar and Bliss were definitely some focal points outside of Charlotte, Becky, and Sasha.
I just
Um,
think that it when you talk about these women, coincidentally, four horsewomen, I saw it in the comments. You just have to understand that from a marketing standpoint and from a liability standpoint, and honestly, from a strategic standpoint, these are the four women you push. Because to be honest, they were different from any four women that we had ever seen. And that's just
mhm.
WWE. And I think that what WWE did with these four women, honestly, is they caught up on a lot of time that they were missing building their women's division when you had other divisions like the Knockouts that were already there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in 2022, it looks like the Knockouts division and the WWE Women's division are pretty much
Neck and neck almost.
neck and neck on the mold.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be honest about it. So I do think that as over push as they may seem,
Mm-hmm.
I think that no matter what, when it comes to those four women, they did deserve everything that they were given. Now, am I going to sit here and act like other people weren't? No. Royal Rumble, first ever women's, Asuka. Alexa Bliss was the first woman to ever hold both Raw Women's Championships and SmackDown Women's Championships. So
Mm-hmm.
there were other accolades that were being pushed around that weren't necessarily given to, I think that, yes, they dominated Hell in the Cell. That was appropriate until
Mm-hmm.
Bianca came along, and Bianca changed the mold of that.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte's never been in an Elimination Chamber match. Charlotte
Nope.
wasn't in the first Royal Rumble match.
Mm-hmm. Well, because
So
she was holding the title, so
she was on the
she was
title.
holding the title. So I mean,
You know.
I mean, Sasha, all the other four horsewomen have been in there. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the first go around, except for Charlotte, but the only person that has won was Becky, but that's only on account of somebody else because Lana wasn't able to do what she had to do. No, that stuff.
And
But I
then
mean, I don't know.
Bella has won, and I mean, I do believe all of the women have um always, no matter win or loss, has been at the forefront. Now,
Mhm.
should that change, and has that changed? I feel like it has, definitely. But you always got to remember, just the way they go back to Trish and Lita, you
Mhm.
know,
I'm gonna
it's
always,
it's
the
gonna
four
always
horsewomen are
circle
gonna be the
back to the
same way.
fold. You always got to circle back to the fold. And to be honest, um, before we get into Bianca,
Hmm.
because I know we're gonna spend a lot of time on that. Let's get on a lighter note.
Yeah.
The wedding tonight was really like so interesting. So many different characters. Sasha and her fake tears. Naomi and Sasha just being happy, that Tamina won the title, even though she didn't, walk out the arena with it. I mean, Dana looking beautiful as ever. And of course, I mean, R-Truth on the mic, holding it down. I mean, I don't know. I complained a little bit, but overall, it was nice. It was cool.
I
Nothing?
don't really know what you want me to say. Like it was very chaotic. I didn't know what was going on. I mean, I don't know. Our truth was like really funny. We got a little glimpse of Team Bad being together a little bit,
Mm.
you know. Tamina can say that she was another champion. She can say she was a one-time 24/7 champion now.
Okay.
And Dana can go back to restarting her reign all over again. I mean, it was a cool little moment, little segment. I think it went on a little too long.
Yeah.
I feel like it was really, really, it was just too much happening and going on that really just like, all right, y'all need to wrap this up, to be honest. Yeah, I'm definitely over this 24/7
Yeah. I feel it.
thing.
I
I
feel it.
really am. It's boring. I wouldn't say it's boring. Like I know it's entertainment to some, but it's just like I guess I don't know. When did she win the first time?
I'm not sure. I know I just know. Maybe he's talking about two-time like champion. The Team Bad thing was really sweet.
Well, it was a cute look for like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Sasha and her tears or whatever she got going on.
Girl, she was giving it to the girl. She was like,
Come
I'm
on.
like, what? Oh, she won it at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, child, don't nobody remember that one time.
Oh my god. Well, listen, I loved it. I thought it was cool, but I do believe that it went on a little longer than it should. Of
It
course.
really should. It was just too long. I don't know if they were trying to prepare for something or what, but
Yeah.
it was a lot going on, and I was just like, all right. Bring on the main event, please.
Bring on the main event. I know that's
Y'all,
right.
I got too much going on for me, and I can't.
Our truth
Over it.
is definitely the best part of that.
I'm always happy to see our truth. If I don't see
Yeah,
nobody else, I'm always happy to see our truth.
yeah, definitely.
It was the best thing about this wedding.
Best thing, honestly.
Mhm.
Like, no, for real though. Like, I went back and I watched Total Divas and everything, and there were always moments in the season of him and Natty, and
Yeah, him and Eddie are funny
we
together.
saw some funny tweets
I
from
mean,
Natty.
she did say if she ever get married again,
If she ever get married,
she'll want our truth to officiate it. And
yeah,
TJ was like, "Ew,
if
wow, it was funny.
it
That
was
it
very
was
funny.
hilarious. I can't."
I can't. Well, listen, what's not funny is the fact that someone at WWE has decided to continue to use her power and doing nothing but benefit herself. And of course, she had some statements to make tonight, and even found herself really. I think tonight they really showed Adam Pierce as the um,
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely the leader
he's
authority,
definitely the leader.
the head of
Um,
the authority.
definitely, but nevertheless, I mean, what a segment! Bianca looks absolutely stunning per usual.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully she posts. If she doesn't, that's fine.
She
Turnbuckle
might.
Lamb, all rules off. I'm screenshotting it somehow, somewhere. It'll be it's gonna be on there.
It's gonna look weird,
Um,
but we'll get it.
but
Mm.
man, like I am so ready, honestly, for this to be over. I don't know about you, but I just really don't feel like this is gonna be like a thing. I mean, of course, we found out, this is happening next week.
Mm-hmm.
Knoxville, Tennessee. Tennessee, for those from the home state, y'all know what's going on. Y'all know I am from Tennessee, so I really hope Bianca goes out here and shows out. But it's in her hometown. And if we know anything about hometowns,
It never goes right.
it never goes right. So,
I mean,
thank
so
you.
here's the thing. I mean, yeah, it could they could do a Becky and Bianca 2 at Backlash with Bianca retaining her title.
Mhm.
I just feel like, let this be a little filler thing for Sonya, but honestly, it's only if that match really goes down the way it's supposed to go. You know
That's
what
the
I'm saying? Of course she can come out in her gear or whatever, but because she's the authority, she's welcome to change things at any given time.
that is
We
true.
can sit here and
Unless,
say, yeah, unless we hear from Stephanie McMahon,
oof,
Adam Pierce comes out or
mm,
something like that and say, you know what, Sonya, we've already he already said that they've been looking up on her contract and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, I just think that if
yeah.
Sonya tries something, I think Adam might stop her actually
Mm,
and tell her that he got a phone call, here's a message from the higher ups to
mm.
say that you are no longer, you are fired, meaning that you will go back to being an active wrestler.
You
And if
think
you
so?
don't wrestle this match tonight,
Uh-huh.
you will be fined, da 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 da, and suspended
I'm
indefinitely.
scared.
And ring the bell.
I do think though, like all seriousness though, I do think she's gonna get like something taken away.
It's
Like
possible.
it's gotta be possible. Because I mean, you can't keep doing all this like foolery. Um and I just feel like, to be honest, we have to talk about the mic skills of Sonya Deville.
Hmm.
Like she was putting on a really good promo. She was really, there's still, I don't think there'll ever be substance for me with this match. But what I will say is, I just feel like, am I frozen?
You are frozen.
Oh, that's awful.
You
Oh
are
no.
very frozen right now.
Ah, this is horrible.
We can still hear you, but
I
you're just
know
frozen right
that's
now.
even worse.
That is
Well,
awful. Like
I'm
you're
screenshot it.
frozen like crazy. I don't know if that helps, but I don't know if that. What did you do? I don't know what Nikki has going on right now.
Oh, it's about to disconnect.
Definitely. Okay, so Nikki is going through a technical difficulties over here. Why? I'm unsure. Um, but I am still here at this time. I don't know what happened, but whatever it is, Nikki kind of like destroyed my camera too. Nikki definitely destroyed my camera. She really did. Yeah, Nikki destroyed my camera. I don't know what she did, but Nikki definitely destroyed my camera. She really did. My camera is destroyed. And my camera is very destroyed right now. So I don't even think I could bring Nikki back up here because her stuff says it's not connected. Um, but what I will say is that I am not the biggest fan of Sonya. And I don't even know you guys can still see me or whatever. I'm very, very unsure if you can. Um, I don't know if y'all can see me. I hope y'all can because over here my screen is black. But what I will say is that I am not the biggest fan of Sonya at all whatsoever. Um, I hope and pray that she does not. Okay, so y'all can't see me. Okay, good. Because it's black over here, so I really can't see it absolutely nothing. So if I look crazy, let me know. But I think Nikki's system is not doing the best right now. So hopefully she can get it fixed and then come back and then maybe we can finish out or whatever. But yeah, they did a great job setting up this title match or whatever. But I don't know. It's just like I'm still not that much of a fan of her, of Sonya, but I will say that she definitely has worked on her mic skills. Sonya has not been the best with speaking on the mic, but since she's been in this authority role, it's kind of like a newer, fresher version of how Stephanie McMahon was, where Stephanie McMahon was like a beast on the microphone. And I think I would love to see Sonya and Stephanie have like this one-on-one with each other after maybe, all the shenanigans that Sonya has currently been doing with a Naomi and then now with Bianca. But I will say that I guess I'm just kind of like going to let this grow and see exactly how this goes between these two. I mean, the match is next week. So maybe some funny stuff will happen, maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. There could be somebody could be returning. Becky is still somewhere funning around, so we really don't exactly know if she's going to be coming back anytime soon. I think they said she was shooting a Marvel movie or something like that of that nature. I'm not sure, but I mean, Becky, of course, she's still going to want her rematch with Bianca, right? She is. So I mean, it's not logical that Becky is somewhere sneaking around. We still got Bailey somewhere who has been teasing her, return or whatever. There was something in the news about Paige eventually maybe coming back to wrestling. Really unsure about that, but I would not mind seeing Paige at all whatsoever. I really wouldn't. I think it'll be great to see her. But I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel. Okay, now I can see myself.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what transpired, but it was like your systems are going crazy, and then I went black, and then now that you're back and I can see you, I can see myself now.
Mm.
StreamYard need to fix this. This is going crazy. You're ruining our production here.
Because I've had to get on my phone, and being on your phone is like terrible, honestly.
It has its moments. It's not that bad, but it's not the best either.
I can't do it. And then they'll bring me back, like you'll say device or whatever. But hey, listen, it happens. We are live. This is Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet, period. You know, of course, it's going to wait to the end. But in all seriousness, I did want to ask, what do you, people in the comments, people who are watching, and you also, if it's not obviously Sonya and Becky Lynch, not Becky Lynch, and Bianca at Backlash, who is it going to be?
It could be Becky or it could be Bailey to come back. But then again, who wants to see another? Who wouldn't want to see another, Bailey and Bianca feud going on? But it could be Rhea. Rhea's now a single competitor now.
That is very
She could be, lingering around somewhere in the field, and maybe we can get, this version of Rhea and Bianca being in a match with each other.
Yeah.
We still got Asuka, who we really don't know her whereabouts. Alexa Bliss, of course, she's somewhere, lingering around as well. We haven't really seen her since Elimination Chamber, and her Bianca did have a really, really nice little matchup inside of the Elimination Chamber when it was just those two left. So it's possible that maybe Alexa Bliss could come out of the woodworks. We have women on the roster, but we really just don't know like what could really transpire. We have enough women, but then it feels like we don't have enough women. It just, like I said, we have enough women, but it just feels like we don't have enough women.
I feel like there's women, but they're not here, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like with Asuka or Bailey, even with Lacey Evans, she's cutting promos. Obviously, I guess she's going to be on SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's more of the American
station, channel.
And, like, I just feel like they could do something. Definitely. It could be Rhea. If we run back, Becky one more time and then have Bailey come out at the end or something. There needs to be something. Because what y'all gave us after WrestleMania made me sleeping. It made me very sleeping. Okay? So I need something just a little, just a little more. Just something. I feel like we do. We have women though, but they need to do something else.
I agree. What I do feel like is that maybe they could call somebody up from NXT or something. It's interesting enough that they could actually do something like that. They could do it like that next week or something. Like I said, maybe Sonya doesn't actually compete in this match with Bianca next week for the title. And then boom, you bring up somebody new to the roster, although they'll get beat up, Maybe they'll bring Shotzi to Raw or something. She hasn't been seen in a minute.
She hasn't. Where is Shotzi?
Who knows? Nobody knows what Shotzi is. Nobody knows what Shotzi is, but I feel like if they were wanting to put her back on TV or something like that, bring her out in some type of way and be in this feud with Sonya. Well, be a part of Sonya's little thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well.
And here we are.
That's pretty much it for Monday Night Raw.
Or Io Shirai, Dakota Kai. Yeah.
That could work.
It's possible.
It is possible.
I wouldn't mind seeing either or.
I have high hopes for Dakota. I want Dakota to come up and Raquel not recognize who she is.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. If I was writing it, I would write it like, oh, she, Dakota comes up and kind of goes back to how she was in the beginning days of her NXT career.
So
very
did she change
similar.
her hair?
Well, no, I think she should just bring the pigtails back. And
Mm-hmm.
then I think that, and hear me out when I say this, I think that Alexa Bliss, Dakota Kai, and Liv Morgan should be in a faction
Mm-hmm.
and kind of have like Alexa Bliss, the mother, and then you have like Annabelle, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or something. I don't know. That's how I would write it because I just feel like you have to write Dakota you either have to write her a character or a champion. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like you notice what happened with Alexa Bliss when you're writing her as a character. There's no sense of her being written into a championship.
Mm-hmm.
Like when she faced Charlotte.
I think that was more so a way to get her off of TV
Yeah,
for a moment, because she's been on TV. She was on TV at the time for a long time,
yeah, definitely.
So to have that moment to actually, like, take her off, that was the way to do it,
Yeah, if anything,
if anything.
if anything. Well, Santana brought up NXT slightly, a little bit, and Natalia, the goat, the boat, the future Hall of Famer, will be going off with a newbie Tatum tomorrow uh,
Mm-hmm.
on NXT, so that should be interesting. We will be having some new stuff with NXT on our page and website coming very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's super exciting because we always try to give you a rundown of all of our post shows, and we'll do that before we leave. And of course, wouldn't be right if I didn't say anything. You guys are waiting on it. I know. She's the town favorite. The DMD is back. Okay, let's show some respect on Wednesday night. Okay, when you come in here on the post show for the Dynamite Dolls, I will be in the comments. One half of the Dynamite Dolls will actually not be there, so you will actually be getting a surprise guest on the post show for AEW that has
Mm-hmm.
not been released yet. It could be, it's not me. I'm going to say it. I've already told you where I'm going to be at if you're listening. It could be the other half of the Salt Shakers. It could be someone else in Women's Wrestling Talk. You don't know. So you'll have to tune in and see. But one thing's for sure, the DMD is back. And I am so excited. Um, I'm just excited for everything that's going on here at Women's Wrestling Talk. Before we get out of here and before I turn it over to Santana, I just want to say really quick again, Wednesday, Dynamite, AEW post show. Thursday, Impact Wrestling. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments.
Like, so did you freeze again? No.
Impact Wrestling post show with none other than the most dominating tag team again in Women's Wrestling Talk, the Salt Shakers. Friday night, of course, we have AEW Rampage and SmackDown. Stephanie and Santana will be here this week
Mhm.
as well. And then we'll let you off on Saturday. But make sure you check out all the social media and all the cool videos we have. So we have some really cool videos that are on our Instagram. So
Mhm.
make sure you check that out and some exclusive content from different matches that have happened over the years, including Hard to Kill, NWA The Crockett Cup, and some other exclusive events, like HOG and just some other different things. It's really fun. And then again, Sunday, join us for your favorite looks of the week.
Mhm.
Turnbuckle Glam, the dominating tag team forces of God when the Salt Shakers and the Dynamite Dolls meet for a fatal four-way on Sunday with Turnbuckle Glam. Um,
Your reigning and defending champs are here.
we are. And thank you for everyone who popped in. I know we had some I've been having some technical difficulties for a while, and it's terrible. But thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Wilson. Thank you, Bobby. Shout out to the Wrestling Classics, Sammy, the Danger Zone, of course. Everyone who came in and just always showing love, of course.
Mhm.
And Santana, let these people know where they can find you.
Um, You guys can definitely find me on Google per usual. Driune Santana. You have to spell my name correctly.
You do?
Otherwise, you will not find me. I am starting back up my photography page called Muse by Santana. It's just like flipping my Instagram name backwards. Where I'll be posting a lot of pictures that I've taken at WrestleMania there. Um, and some more other things there. So it'd be like more like concerts, wrestling events that I go to or whatever, and like just events in general. So that's where you pretty much find like all of my pictures and stuff that I take there. Um, Other than that, I mean, I don't really have nothing else to say. I mean, next month we got Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month, so we do have our writers gearing up to deliver some amazing pieces and highlight some amazing people for you guys next month. So I hope you guys are prepared for that. I don't know. You might catch us at Double or Nothing. Who knows? We never know what might happen. We might just fly out and pop up. I'm putting Nicki in the trunk and we're gonna go.
I mean, definitely, I'm with it. I feel like I'm frozen.
Yes and no, but you're good.
Yeah.
I can still see you move.
Okay.
All right.
Well, there it is, folks. Women's Wrestling Talk. Thank you again. The number one women's wrestling show on the planet.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet.